Hello everybody, welcome back to the IQP channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new update that just was announced at Minecraft Live at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. This update is basically all our hopes and dreams, what we've been wanting ever since the update Aquatic, and that is the cave update, the Caves and Cliffs update to be more precise. This update is possibly going to be one of the biggest updates, or even the biggest update ever added to Minecraft. It adds archaeology, it adds caves, we already have, it like makes caves 10,000 times better. It just is a good update, honestly. What, uh, there's going to be new types of mobs, hostile mobs, friendly mobs, and, there's going to be one new mob that we just voted upon at, Minecraft Live. And there's also going to be, just a bunch, there's also going to be this, new DLC for Minecraft Dungeons, which is pretty good. Not gonna lie, Minecraft Dungeons is a pretty good game. It's one of my it's just Minecraft mixed with a dungeon crawler, so it's pretty nice, honestly. Uh, there is also new biomes coming, and there's this one biome that I assume is going to be kind of secretive in a way. Not like secretive, but they didn't really officially mention it. So during the mob play of the Warden, there were like some new blocks that we saw. There was also like a new type of like generated structure. They didn't really mention it, but that's probably the deep biome that they're talking about, the deep caves. And I expect that place to be scary because there's the Warden there. They're probably trying to, it's going to be kind of, maybe, I assume, like the Lost River in Subnautica in a way, which is, I guess, pretty interesting. It's actually kind of scary. Uh, like the mob, this is probably like the scariest mob they added, and it's not scary, of course. It's a fantasy game, and of course I spawned on an island. But the fact is, it's a it's a pretty scary thought that the Warden mob could, while you're on your way in the caves, could attack you. And it's very powerful. Like full netherite armor, you can get 2 shot in it. So unless you have, I assume, Prot 4, the Warden is going to be pretty scary. Oh my god, my voice cracks. The Warden is going to be pretty scary. So what about the other new things? Well, but the main things that they're going to add also is going to be the mountains and goats and snowier snow. So the mountains, we voted last year, I think, and they're basically simply going to add that into Minecraft, and the new generation looks pretty good. It's kind of, it's on the same levels as the cave generation, which I'll talk about later. So while I'm just looking around for food, I'm just going to be talking about the Lego video game. Now, just like I talked about, let's go on the cave generation. The cave generation basically makes the caves just a better place. Like, you actually, it instead of those small burrows like that had sad excuses to be caves, there's like multiple new biomes. There is like different new ores now, which I'll talk about, and the general shape of caves, like they're much bigger. They have much more variety. They're basically just the cave update. That's literally how I can explain it. And they added like multiple new materials, but like let's first go on with like the new ores, kinda. So they added copper and these crystals, amethyst crystals, I think they're called. So basically, these are going to be uh, the new resources. The crystals, I think, are supposed to be rare, while the copper is supposed to be more common. So the crystals, basically, you can make a telescope out of, along with copper, and the telescope is going to allow you to see, basically, further away, maybe scout out areas. I don't really know any use that might have, but some people can find uses, and I think that it's going to be pretty nice to see what people are going to be able to do with all these new things. Another thing that I feel like we should talk about is the copper. And so far, the copper seems to be more of a building material, but it also has some uses, like crafting the telescope and the new lightning rod. The new lightning rod is pretty interesting. So what the new lightning rod is that it allows to divert lightning away from, like, let's say an important thing like your house that is made out of wood, towards something to the lightning rod itself. So some kind of defense mechanism. And also copper, the building blocks, have the ability to basically oxidize. Like, kind of like, have you seen like the original Statue of Liberty? It went from like that orange color to that turquoise kind of color. Like that. That's basically what happens over time to the blocks. And it seems while it's raining, it speeds up a lot. So I don't really know how. I don't really know if there's a way to keep copper in its original color when used as a building block. There might be some ways, like blocking it off or something. But so far, I don't really have any idea of how that could happen. Also, there's some good news for redstoneers, like the nerds, as we like to call them. They basically now have one of the possible best revolutionary changes to redstone ever since observers were added. So this block, I don't really remember what it's called, but it basically detects vibrations of anything, blocks, animals, projectiles, and you. And sorry, horse. Of course, it's going to help in traps because it detects vibrations and might help in protection. However, what I'm most interested in is that it detects pistons. It can detect many different projectiles. So in a way, you could start making wireless redstone instead of having glass like going all the way. You just need like these boxes of the block, and the redstone signal can easily transfer across that, and that could really be a nice addition to the redstone community. And of course, the update is just great for everyone. We also had a new mob vote this year, and the three different mobs were the Isolager, the Moo Bloom, and the Glow Squid. The Moo Bloom lost the first round. The Glow Squid won the last round. It was a pretty close. This was one of the closest ones. Especially the first one. It was nearly a 1/3 split. And the second one, it was also off by only like 3 to 4 percentage points. So it was nowhere like a landslide. So like there was a lot of people that wanted their mob to go in, and the Isolager fans eventually lost. I also wanted the Isolager to win, but they lost. However, I don't really honestly care. It's a new mob, but I'll take it. I also wanted the Savannah to win in the first Village and Pillage update. That was. No, that was the quad. That was, yeah, the Minecon for the Pillage and village update where they added the taiga and wanted the savannah to win, but they also lost. In terms of like the new things, there's going to be new mod creations. There's going to be a new mob in the. Oh yeah, let me talk about the biomes while I'm on this. So the biomes that are gonna happen are, there's so far I think 2 confirmed completely, one that is hinted to a lot, and is that a, so there's going to be there's 2 confirmed biomes and 1 hinted at, and there's probably going to be more. So the first one is the lush caves, which are basically like kind of like the swamp ideas that people had for it. It's full of like lush vegetation, and that's basically what it is. It has like a pretty nice glow. It just looks nice. It looks like a forest, but it's in the jungle. They also said some kind of new tree, so there might be a new type of wood, which would also be very nice to us builders. Come on, thank you. So honest, oh, that's pretty nice. Not gonna lie. So there might be a new tree, which is pretty interesting. I didn't really expect a new tree for the cave update, but I guess, did I craft 2? Okay, I'm an idiot. I didn't really expect that, but now we're getting it. Then honestly, I don't really care if we didn't expect it. It's still a new feature that I want. And I want it. Give it to me now. The second one I think was the. Let me just look it up. Okay, so I'm back after like 5 minutes. So apparently, what it's called is the dripstone biome, and it contains stalagmites and the other thing, and basically it's like the things that form in caves, like that you commonly see. They're like formed by like water and stuff. Look, I didn't learn about caves in school, don't bully me. But basically that's going to be added to Minecraft, and one of the things is that the whichever one it is, the I don't know the other one, but the like the spiky stone things, the spiky stone things, they have the ability to create infinite water. So that's pretty interesting. The bio, you can also die to the things if you fall on them, so traps. You can, instead of just using fall damage, you can just use that. And I don't really know how, like, to take fall damage into consideration, but we'll see how it works out. And then the cave generation overall is possibly one of my favorite aspects, because the caves are larger, there's water, the underground water caves are also expanded on, so that's good. So now that we're reaching the end, there's the last biome. It has like these what you call it, it has like this kind of like a basalt kind of block that's lighter. It has new generated structures with barrels and other items, and it has the warden and the skulk, which is the redstone detector block I found out. So the interesting thing is that they didn't really mention the name of the biome. They're probably still working on it, interestingly enough, and I don't really know what they're planning to possibly add, but we'll find out once. Wait, but we'll find out once more information is released, and once the snapshots release, of course. So the last thing I want to talk about is the fossils and archaeology and the bundles. So the bundles are basically just shulker boxes, but cheaper and early game, while the While the archaeology, you can get like new like ceramic pieces, or you can find ore blocks of ores, like even diamonds, which is interesting. Using basically, it's like the fossils and archaeology mod, but there's a brushing mechanic. There's also these tents like the fossils and archaeology mod. The last thing I want to pay into attention is all the new vegetation we'll get. There's like this new lily kind of thing. There's this like new berries. There's gonna be a new food source. Overall, this update is gonna be great. I've been saying a lot, but that's mainly because just I'm bruh. Oh my, wait, readjusting. Why does this have to happen? Basically that's the end. We have a bunch of new cave biomes. We have new mountain generation that basically makes mountains actual mountains. Even like tree generation, there's gonna be new mobs. So yeah. Also, just before I leave, there's also this oxalotl, which is going to be kind of like a pet. A pet that like protects you, but it's in waters and it's found in lush caverns. So that's where I'll leave the video off. Being completely disappointed, I barely focus on the survival play, but then again, it's a new update. I have a lot to talk about. So, anyways, everybody stay safe, and we'll meet next time. Goodbye.